Hello everyone, this is Victor, and for my final project, I'm making miso soup. Miso soup is one of the most well-known and traditional dishes in the Japanese food culture. In Japan, meals usually follow a simple pattern: rice, soup, and a couple of small dishes. And miso soup is basically eaten every day, at breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I chose this dish because it really represents everything I talked about on my part 1: balance, natural flavor, and use of soy and seaweed. The whole idea of washoku, which is about harmony in the meal. It's simple, it's comforting, and it's a huge part of everyday life in Japan. So before I actually show you how I made it, let me talk about the ingredients, because each one connects to Japan's geography and culture. Miso paste, for example, is the star of the show. It's a fermented soybean paste. And soy has always been important in Japan's culture because the country doesn't have a lot of farmland. Then we have wakame, which is seaweed. Japan's an island nation, so sea vegetables are a major part in the food system. Tofu is another classic soy food, and vegetables like green onions, spinach, and carrots is just like what the textbook says. Complementary foods are simple, fresh, and based on the season. The flavor profile of miso soup is warm, salty, and full of umami from dashi broth. It's not tied to one holiday or event. It's eaten all year long. You typically serve in a small bowl, and it's really normal in Japan to sip the broth directly from the bowl. And you can use chopsticks for the tofu and vegetables.
Okay, let's get to it. I started by adding chicken broth and water to the pot, which is a small twist because traditionally you would only be the dashi instead of the chicken broth as well. But I just added chicken broth because I like the extra flavor. I brought that to a boil for a couple of minutes, and once it was really hot, I mixed the dashi powder to build that classic Japanese umami base. After that, I lowered the heat so the soup wasn't too hot. It's a really important part to bring the heat down because miso should never boil. It ruins the flavor and destroys the probiotics. Next, I added a mix of white and red miso paste, which I like combining them both because it gives a deeper flavor. I dissolved it in the broth before stirring it. Then I added wakame, which is the seaweed, and followed by tofu, carrots, spinach, and green onions. This part is flexible. In Japan, families often add whatever vegetables they have at home. So this just fits the food culture and whatever you have at home. I like green onions, carrots, and onions. Making this soup was actually easier than I thought and faster than I thought. I got everything from H Mart, the miso paste, tofu, wakame, and everything else. And I learned a lot from cooking it. Every ingredient connects back to Japan, the ocean, the limited farmland, the use of fermented food, and the focus on natural flavor and simplicity. The only challenge was remembering not to boil the miso. And yeah, I like it a lot. I ate it with rice on the side, which is exactly how a typical Japanese meal works. I would definitely make it again. So yeah, that's it. This is my miso soup and my final project. This dish represents Japanese food culture really well. The simplicity, balance, the connection to geography and tradition. Making it really helped me understand better the culture, and not just from the research, but from actually doing it. Well, thank you so much for watching, and until next time.